Hey Troy, in this video I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. My name is Seleni McGregor and I work with small business owners across the state of Utah. I'm actually based out of Utah County myself, so I put together this quick custom video for you about your online presence, specifically how you're stacking up against your top competitors. There is no sales pitch in here, just pure value. So at this point, I'm sure you're most likely sitting there asking yourself, well, why would she be doing this and what is the catch? Well, that is a very fair question. Most local business owners are just too busy actually running their business, swamped with payroll, helping customers, answering questions, dealing with employees, staying on top of jobs, and many times learning how to leverage the internet to benefit their company just gets buried underneath all of the other to-dos. Let's be real, half the time the only reason they haven't hired somebody else is because they don't know who to trust and who is truly an expert. So that's exactly why I make videos like this. I found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free, it's resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, I like you, Seleni, please can you just handle this for me? So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard and can see that I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, then shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan that I gave you and do it yourself, that totally works for me too. Now, let me show you the 3 things that will set Nook and Kranny above your competition. And I don't want to waste any more of your time or mine, so I'll be as brief as possible. The 3 things I want to cover today is first, content, second, citations, and third, backlinks. So first up is content. So looking here at your website, content is basically anything here that you can see that is on the front page that is highlighted, including text, pictures, what the pictures are saved as, and what is behind the pictures. That can all be considered content. Now, let me kind of show you an example even of like with the images. I did notice here on the top portion of your website, a few of the images were saved with great keywords. You've got plumber, Ogden, Nook and Kranny. You've got some keyword in there. But then as I was scrolling a little bit further down, I noticed that these images were not saved as any specific keyword. It's really important that including detailed descriptions using keywords will help boost getting that keyword-rich content. Again, these are just all things that Google bots can read and basically get an idea of what the business is, what services you offer, the area you're targeting, and that's going to all position you in the search ranking. So the goal is having unique and authoritative content and enough of it to add in the keywords or key phrases that people are going to be searching for in Google for someone to find the services that you offer. Most business owners know like, okay, yeah, I know I need content, but what they don't know is that in order to rank number 1 on Google for plumbing, the average content count is anywhere from 1,500 to 2,400 words on your homepage. And again, making sure that it has the right keywords or key phrases that people are actually searching for. So I threw in your website plus another plumber in Salt Lake City into this tool. We've got Nook and Kranny here and then Mill Creek Plumbing. You can see your website is sitting at 1266. Their website, I think the bot or this tool must have read it a little bit high because it doesn't appear to be as high, but again, typically about the 2,400 range with that as well. Again, very beatable to get up your content there as well. And actually, we're going to jump over. We're actually going to jump over here into one of my tools. This is called Ahrefs. It's a really cool tool. Typically costs a couple $100 a month, but it essentially gives me behind the scene details of what Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. And it can get an idea of what is working well for you and your competition. So I ran a quick scan for your competitor here. This is for Mill Creek Plumbing again. We can see here the keywords that they've got on their website and the type of traffic that they are bringing in. So we're going to dive in a little bit deeper and take a look at the exact keywords that your competition is ranking for and what your customers are searching for every month. So as you can see here, they are ranking between the 2nd and 3rd position for this keyword, plumbers at Salt Lake City, 1,700 searches per month. Position 3 for plumbers Salt Lake City, 2,200 per month. 2 and 3 against plumber Salt Lake City at 410. Another high hitter, 3rd position, Salt Lake City plumber at 810. Now, if we jump over here to your site, we can see again the overview of your keywords and traffic. Looks like you've got about 113 keywords on your website, and the type of traffic that it is bringing in. So let's go ahead and jump into the keywords here that you've got It looks like, as far as this position column, just a difference of where you're ranking here. So your highest ranker is for your name, Nook and Kranny 100. One thing to keep in mind here is with the kind of keywords that you want to be utilizing on your website, you want to think of something a little bit more general. Unless somebody is already aware of your company and your company's name, you want to think of what term are they actually going to be going to Google for when they're in need of services. So they've got some great examples here that, like, most people are searching something really general, plumbers Salt Lake City plumbers, things like that, to be able to be found. So a lot of these here, and I know that you've got several services. I know you guys do the mold remediation, plumbing, other things as well, home inspections. And so you can do the same thing for every single service. I just threw in plumbing because I knew that I saw that on your website and saw that that was an area. And I also know you're focusing on multiple areas as well, with Ogden being a primary service area. Again, this happens similarly with the different locations that you can do as well. But hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of where you'd want to be here, and just making sure you've got the right keywords on your website. So again, first thing to do to beat out your competition online is get your site to the minimum of the 1,500 keyword-rich content on your homepage. Because really that's what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable if you're able to get this done. All right, so next up, let's check out Google here. So we're going to go to that one of those high-hitting, high-volume keywords here. First thing that you see is the ads section. So here's the thing about ads. Ads can definitely work, but they can also be a money pit if your foundation, like your website, isn't dialed in. So just be careful to not burn through your money with Google Ads until you know for sure that your site will convert. And then we're actually going to jump down here below the ads section to the coveted map pack. So this area has a lot to do with the second most important thing we're going to talk about, which is citations. So you're probably asking yourself, what's a citation and why do they matter? And that's a great question. So this is the Google Map Pack section. I'm sure you've seen it or used this section at some point, and possibly even thought to yourself, how in the world can I get my business up on here? So citations are super simple. They are just your business's name, address, and phone number listed on a bunch of online directories like this. So you can see your name, address, phone number listed to a bunch of places like Yelp, Yellow Star, Yellow Pages, City Star, so on. The thing is, they need to match your Google listing exactly. So having citations like these helps Google verify and give relevance to your local business. So the number one thing you could do today to get yourself pushed up here on the top of the business or the top of the map pack, super simple. You just need to increase your citation game. When you get more citations than your competitor, especially citations from authoritative and industry-specific websites, your credibility boosts and you gain more trust from Google, therefore pushing you above your competition. So you might be asking yourself, great, but how do I actually do that? So we use sites like WhiteSpark or Bright Local that'll tell us exactly what directories your competition is listed on, and then we literally can go down their list and match what directories they're on. But we just don't want to stop there with matching them. We want to dominate them online. So if your competition here has 100 citations, we're going to go get 150 or 200 citations. And that pretty much wraps up citations for us. So now let's talk about the third thing that I want to go over today, which is backlinks, often called link juice. This is the third pillar that will really help you dominate on Google. So when we searched again for this high keyword plumber Salt Lake City, we scroll down past the ads, past the map pack, we get down here into the organic listing section. And you can see here your site is not ranking in here as number one or anywhere here on the first page of Google. Now, this is where you want to be, and in order to get here, you just need to beat out your competition in every aspect. Really, you need authority. So how do you get authority? Well, this is where the backlinks comes into play. Simply put, a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving B some of its link juice or authority, kind of like a vote of confidence in Google's eyes. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. The easiest way to think about link juice is to simply think about it almost like a popularity contest back in high school. You want the coolest, most popular kid to be recommending you. So in this popularity contest, the business with the most relevant backlinks wins. And I say relevant because not all backlinks are created equal. So you're a plumber, right? Well, you wouldn't want a backlink from an ice cream shop linking back to you because you guys don't churn ice cream. Although tasty, that backlink would be kind of useless to you. But having a backlink from, a construction company or a drywall company linking to you, that would be much more effective. So let's jump back over here again to my tool, and we can actually see that your site has 162 backlinks to it. Not bad, but not dominant, not driving the traffic that you're wanting. We jump over here to that competitor again, we can see they've got 129 backlinks, but the traffic is there. So you're probably asking yourself, well, I've got way more, so what gives? Again, quality over quantity here. You can beat out somebody with less backlinks if they are the right relevance and quality. So again, and we're even able to go into these backlinks and see specifically where they got their backlinks from. We can go get them ourselves or go find other ones that are even better. So it's really cool to be able to jump into that and see the exact method as well. So getting you to the top of Google is not just magic, it is a tried and true method. And I've shown you a lot of that exact method today. So again, the 3 things that you're able to do today to grow your online presence is focus on your content, getting that homepage to at least 1,500 words, making sure you're utilizing all of the right keywords or key phrases that people are actually searching for in your area for all of your specific services and locations. Second, citations. You want to get your name, address, and phone number listed all over the online directories to beat out your competition by a landslide. And then third, backlinks. You just want to get more relevant quality sites pointing back to you guys to show Google that you are the authority. If you implement these strategies today, you could be number 1 across Google. It's that simple. So I'm sure you're wondering, okay, well, now what? Well, you really have 2 options. You can go ahead and take this information I've provided to you today and do this on your own, and I am totally cool with that. Or if you have found this information to be valuable and are one of those companies still wanting to raise their hands for the most effective route to save yourself time and hassle, simply respond to this email. We'll set up a time to chat and dive deeper into your specific situation and see what I can do to help your business really thrive. Once again, my name is Seleni, and I look forward to seeing your email. Have a great day.